Hey there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We hope you've been enjoying your day. This is going to be part 3 of building our chicken coop, and we hope you enjoy it.
When I was doing this, the biggest issue I had was the chain link fence. It wasn't parallel with the coop, and it kind of snaked. It was wavy, and it actually also was up and down too in elevation. So really trying to get this coop to join with that fence was the hardest part. The corner of the wall that I'm working on currently, basically I just took a couple of 2x4s and sandwiched the chain link fence in order to attach the rest of my wall to, because it didn't line up with one of the metal posts. Okay, so I'm working on the enclosure, the outside enclosure. I have put in some screen underneath here, buried at about 6 to 8 inches deep, trying to prevent anything from crawling under. I'm going to be putting some siding up here and then some more screen across here, and then I'll do something with this door. So I will continue recording, and we'll keep going from there. It's kind of a slow process, but of course what you guys are watching all edited and stuff, you're getting all the quick version. So anyway, that's what we got. I went ahead and put the screen on first. That way when I did put the siding on, it overlapped and created a nice tight joint to keep anything from prying that screen out or prying it off. It actually came out quite well. I was pretty pleased with it. All right, so I'm gonna call it a day. I got the side wall up and trimmed out. I just need to do the door or the gate tomorrow. That sun is really not helping, is it? Let's try turning this way. So you can see that that's all taken care of. Got my wire mesh in. Gonna do my door tomorrow. Let's go back and get there you go. So that will be the chicken coop and the outside run. So we're getting there. All right, I didn't do a very good job recording today, but I did get the gate finished, almost. I have just one more thing I need to do, but we're gonna put you over here somewhere. Let's see. Okay. Now, I stole one of these latches from the kitchen because we're gonna tear the kitchen out. So I decided to take one of these latches for this door here. I install that real quick, and then I'll show you the makeshift lock that I did as well. I apologize. They are actually cupboard handles, not a latch, and I actually eventually replaced the latch that I made and put gate latches on. It just made it easier. And so that is what we got going on. I'll show you the latch on it. It's, you know, this tripod is getting in my way. Hold on. What's the problem?
I can't push. There we go. It was being difficult.
Alright. So I didn't, I don't know what I did. There we go. I was doing something.
No, you're recording. You're good.
Yeah. I wanted to use better wire, but man, I can't. Okay. I don't know if, okay. I don't know if that works or not.
Yeah.
So, I got it. So, this is our lock system, and then you pull back and it locks it into place. So you always have to remember to push forward and like so. And that way it gives us access from both sides. We can lock it and unlock it from both sides. I was going to put a gate latch on there with a little pull wire, but I was looking at this and really, I mean, I guess I could have mounted it on the other side, but I didn't have a gate latch, and this is what I had here. And again, we're using everything that we have here on the property. So, there we go. Doesn't like to do it one-handed, but that's what we've got. So that's going to be it for today. All right, so I've been bad. I have not been recording while I've been working. It's the end of the day. I've already kind of cleaned up, but this is the other part of the enclosure. I worked on getting some more structure done. Again, I've got the mesh underground there, just like the other side. And the boys have been working on the trenches and digging some more holes for me. But what I did, because our chickens are starting to get too big to keep inside, I put up a temporary wall, and I made their watering system. It's not completely done. I'm going to put a swamp cooler float inside and attach a hose to it so it'll have constant water. But I use those watering bowls that you see all the time. They seem to work really well right now. We'll see what happens after a while of use, but I'm really liking it. And of course you can see all our chicks. There's the other one. This was their first day out, and they've been having a blast. So that's what we've got. I'm going to try to get the rest of this enclosure done, at least the sides up, so we can let them run wherever. I'll have to get the roof going as soon as I can, but I am waiting on my hole saw so I can put some vents in here before I put my ledger across. But that's what we've got going on. Okay, so my wife is gonna kill me because I keep forgetting to get the camera and turning it on. But I found these in the other garage. I keep finding everything I need here on the property. I don't know exactly what these were intended for, but I've got the aluminum siding or the metal siding, and then it's only about a inch and a half, the width of the thickness of a 2x4. They framed it that way rather than framing it like a house, and then they have a layer of drywall, which when you unscrew this ring, I was able to slip it through the hole, get my arm, I pulled all the screws out, got my arm up in there, put this sleeve on, was able to tighten that up onto the sheet metal, and then this goes back through the drywall, so it's kind of a cleaner look. Hopefully, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you guys were able to see all that. So yeah, I'm really bad at getting the camera out and turning it on. So really all I have to do now is I have to finish buttoning up with the screws. I've got a couple that I'm missing there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the ledger on and then start working with this panel here. My goal is to get this panel done right over here. Let's see if I can get this over here somewhere. Okay, I want to get this panel done here today, if possible, and get that ledger up there, which means I'll be able to cut a couple of my posts to length. And then, if I have enough time, I'm going to try to set these two posts, because then I'm going to run this temporary wall to the post, over to this post, and over to this post here. This wall will be done, and then all I need to do is build a ramp, and I can put the chickens in their coop and we can get them out of the house. So I'm gonna let that sit there for a minute, and then I will be back. Okay, so we got all the vents in. I got the ledger up, and I had put some screen on the inside of the vents to keep any other varmints and critters out. You could probably see it right there. So now we're going to be working on getting this side up, and I'll go ahead and put you guys over here, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave it running because I know she wants to be able to edit more than what I've been giving her. So there we go. All right, since I walked away, it went into sleep mode, but I did get the post cut, and we're gonna try to fill this in. Okay, so this is one of the downsides. Let's make sure I'm recording still. One of the downsides to not sticking with 2, 4, 8 foot. The length of this ended up being 17 feet. I wanted to do 16, but it wasn't going to match up with the poles that were in the chain link fence over on that side. So it throws everything off. Typically a sheet of plywood 4x8. So when I go to start doing the siding here, rather than just having one upright right here to catch the seam of the two pieces, and then this should have caught the seam of the next two, I'm going to have to put in a vertical here and then one right here next to it so I could catch that seam. Not a big deal, just an extra cut, an extra piece. It is what it is. Like I said, we wanted it a certain dimension, and unfortunately, I mean, I probably could have gone 18 feet, which would have helped, but I was already kind of iffy on all the posts. I didn't want to have to set any more posts or anything like that. I already have enough in here. So that's what we got going on there. We're going to cut a couple of uprights, put in our screen, and then start laying our siding in there. Go from there. Again, I'd like to apologize for our audio. We are learning. This is all new for us, and hopefully these videos get better and better as we go. Once we start hearing, some input from people on what we could do better or what we might not want to do. Again, we apologize, but thanks for bearing with us. Okay, so we got this side wall somewhat buttoned up, and we're going to try to set those two posts tomorrow over here and here. Set those posts so I can take this wall and come over here and come back to this post with this temporary wall, and then I can let the chickens out. And while they're out, I can still finish the rest of this enclosure. So that is what we got done today. Not as much as I was hoping, but that's kind of the way things go. And we did get those vents put in over here. Forgot about that. We did do those vents, all those circular vents. And I will put a ramp out here tomorrow. I'm gonna hook up some electrical inside the coop and mount and get those posts set, and that will be really what I'm looking for tomorrow. And I may start moving that wall as well. So that's what we got.
Alright folks, that's all for today. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. We hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!